Okay, there it is.
Wow.
Look at that thing, dude. What on earth? Here we go. Oh! Ha! Oh, you know, I'm gonna do it again. I know it's not cut. Hold on. Aloha! Top of the friends. What the? On this channel, we upload one cinematically edited, beautifully edited cinematic masterpiece a week. This video is uncut. And in today's uncut video, as you can see, I am at the Reptile Super Show here in Pomona, California. And a lot of times at these shows, I hang out with one of the biggest YouTubers and run around the show, Dave Kaufman. That's the guy. Today, we've got one of the smallest YouTubers in the reptile world.
Hi, I'm Adam Wickens from Wickens Wicked Reptiles, otherwise known as Dave's sidekick.
Yes, but since Dave's not here, and since we're both kind of Dave's sidekick,
I feel like both of us are kind of cooler than Dave anyway. Like, I feel like if there's any coattail riding, it's just because you're so cool that you made Dave's entire channel.
Wow, that's you know, I've heard the exact opposite.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll just go with that. I like your theory better.
You know what I like better about you too is you smell better than Dave also.
Yeah, it's because I keep my armpits down a lot more. I'm doing less of this like fluffing of my hair, armpits constantly up in the air. But so okay, here's my hope for this video.
Okay.
Being uncut, being with a Royal Canadian,
Mounted.
Yes, a mounted Royal Canadian. This is your first time at the Super Show.
I've never been to the Super Show before. I've never been to a West Coast show before.
And what are your thoughts? Like versus, I know you've done plenty up at the Canada show. I know you've been to Tinley now, obviously, because we were there together.
This is my favorite show.
Because
it's big, and you're here, obviously. Whenever Kusko's there, it's like top 5 favorite show.
Wow.
Also, it's like there's a lot of different stuff here. It's not the same stuff. It's not a ball python after crested gecko after ball python. There's so many different things, and to me, that's what makes a really good expo.
It's not even just that there are a lot of things. It is packed here, bro.
It is really packed.
It's really packed. And I'm pretty sure that I just saw Christopher Lloyd, which
Just
makes
squeezing on through, moseying.
What I'd like to see, I mean, obviously we should probably check out some animals before people like click off of the video. We got some big captive born and bred blue tree monitors in here, which I heard there's a thing happening with tree monitors potentially soon that you might want to get in on them, at least for here. I don't know what's going on in Canada.
I heard it's a U.S. thing only, but apparently they're endangered, and then they don't want them to be endangered or something like that.
Yeah, which is totally reasonable. I can
Yes.
it's 100% get on board
But it's
with
not
that.
anything else. It's just the blue ones. That's the weird part. So there's the black ones are fine, the green ones are fine. They're just it's a racial thing for blue things.
Yeah.
So that Smurfs also, yes. So Chewy is endangered also.
You know what it is about blue? Blue is not a very common color to happen. Like if you wanted
In
to
nature?
artificially, like you got the sky, you got the reflection off the water. But yeah, like you're saying in nature.
Yeah.
That's why purple was such a hard color to make back in the day to like get things to dye things to make things blue or purple. I don't know if that has anything to do with what's going on with the
I don't know
monitors.
either, but it sounds good. I would just roll with it.
It's so packed, dude.
It's difficult to move around in here, and then there's certain pockets where there's just people standing.
You know what? Is there any? Here's the thing. I have not had a chance to walk around this show almost at all or whatsoever. Have you gotten to see anything that really stuck out to you? I know what I'm headed towards. There's something in particular, there's an animal in particular I heard about that I've not seen yet.
Okay.
That's way over there on the other side of the show.
Oh, so it's going to be a 25-minute uncut video then, is what you're trying to
Right,
say.
and it's just going to be a video about trying to get to that
just trying to walk through it.
Because there's no space to see
if you couldn't
anything
make
else.
it to the Pomona Expo, this is it. You're getting the experience right here, right now.
It is. I feel like we should just like randomly interview people in the audience as we make our way to try and find one of these animals. Excuse me, sir, would you mind doing a quick interview? 15-second interview. Quick, first thing that comes to your mind.
Snakes.
Yeah, dude, nailed it. That guy nailed it. You see that? Bro.
He's a natural.
Snakes.
I think he's going to take over your channel, that guy, actually.
Yeah, well, that would be okay with me. Okay, look, space. We're stopping here because for some reason there is space over here, and there are lots of beautifully colored animals.
Those are some they look like they're glowing in the dark. Look at that one right there.
How are you, sir?
How you doing?
Those are some pretty geckos you have.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Would you mind telling us, like, give us a little 20-second talk about your geckos?
Yeah, so I've been breeding leopards for about 5 years now, and I specialize in the Tremper albinos and tangerines, and this is just my passion and love doing it.
How do you get them to be so orange and bright like that?
You know, when we first started, we made sure to find the best ones we could find. And then you just kind of go from there, keep the best you can back, and just keep breeding from there. But it's all about starting with the best possible lineages you can find.
Do you have any secrets for making oranger leopard geckos?
Keeping the best one. And then
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, bro.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. Want to take photos? Yeah, let's take a photo
Yes,
all
of
together.
course.
With this one right here. Here. Now you just go to Adam's channel, and you won't find this video.
At all. But if you go to Brian's channel, you will find it.
Yeah, and
or
then
you
you
can
get
bring your...
I made you something because I found out that
You made me something?
Yeah, I knew that you were
Nice.
going to be here.
Dude, that's awesome. Oh, let's look at this.
What do you got? It's Cheech. So we're at a leopard gecko booth.
Yeah.
I gave you eggs, you give me food. And of course, I need a variety. Oh,
and the calcium.
that's awesome. What was your name?
Athena.
Athena, very nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
Thank you very much. That's very sweet. I like that.
Yes.
I'm gonna hang this in my in my reptile. Oh,
There's
is
a
there
couple
questions on the back?
there's. How was it like working with Snake Discovery?
Working with Snake Discovery was awesome. The highlight was getting to meet Brian Kusko, of course.
Yeah.
But also Ed and Emily are like really nice people, salted the people, and it made a very mediocre enclosure that did not win first place.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the future, would you like to do another enclosure build-off?
Yes, I would absolutely love to do another enclosure build-off if I have the opportunity to. I'll definitely be back at Snake Discovery.
All right. It was nice meeting you.
It was nice to meet you too. Do you want to take that picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, get your phone out. Let's do it.
You guys take a picture. I'm going to check out the next
Okay.
animals. I'll
All
meet
right,
you up here
all
at the front. All right, Adam's going to take a picture with one of his awesome fans. You know, I will say that is one of my favorite
Nice.
things about the show.
Tag me in it, and
over
I'll
the
reshare it,
years,
okay?
I've gotten some cool
Very nice
little
to meet you.
pieces of
Thank
art
you
from
very
folks.
much. Really
and I hang
appreciate
them on
it.
my
Thank you.
reptile room just to remind myself that it's real people that watch the channel, and you know, some of the connections you get to make through having a channel and being able to connect with folks in the real world, which seems weird to say as I'm walking through a literal crowd of people talking to this camera instead of engaging anyone around me. But that does, it's a thing. Like, and I'm reminded of it in moments like that, and thinking about the different cool things that are
recording
hanging on
video,
my
bro.
walls in my reptile room. It's pretty cool. I love that, dude.
Yeah, it was really cool. That's a cool experience. I always like getting like cool things that people actually make. I like that.
Yeah, I've got a few things like that hanging on the wall in my reptile room. It just reminds you, I was just telling everybody here, it just like reminds me like that when we're making these videos and stuff, like there's some actual, even though it's through the internet and it's through online, it's through video and it's not personal, like we do actually make personal connections with folks through these videos. That,
Yeah, and it's interesting because they feel like they know you, and then I want to feel like I want to get to know them as well. There's this joke, I forget the comedian, it feels like I feel like I'm the only one with Alzheimer's in the whole group because I don't know who anybody is, but they all know who I am. So I want to get to know who these people are as well.
oh yeah, and one thing to remember is that John. What's up, bro? Oh, I'm just trying to fist you.
That was the most awkward
quick interview.
fisting.
John, how are the retakes?
Slow. I didn't bring any with me. I have a bows right now.
Okay, bows only right now. I still got your snake that you gave me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That guy, he gave me this like eyeless retic one time.
Is that where you're trying to fist him?
Yes, I was just trying to fist bump him.
Oh, okay.
I know, it was awkward because I had a microphone in my hand, but I didn't have another hand to fist bump with.
He looked very nervous.
He was like, please don't
I
interview
could have done
me.
it for you.
Please don't interview me. John's super nice guy. John Cashman Retics. He gave me this snake that I get to still. I use it a lot of educational shows still because of its inability to see light or dark with its eyes.
Okay.
I use that as an opportunity to teach the kids about the
That's
the
interesting.
heat pits and like the fact that they can still see things with the heat signature.
Like Predator.
Right. That's what I always go to, and I'm always like, sorry kids, I know you don't know who Predator is or what Predator is, but your parents do, and they're sitting in here with you, so I'm gonna watch them smile about it.
If you had heat pits, if you could have any snake adaptation, would it be heat pits or would it be something else?
Ooh, oh, that's a great question, bro. Man, it is epically packed. So before I answer that question, I'm
Sure.
going to tell you what it is I'm hoping to see. That way, if you happen to see it, my understanding is that it's in the back down here, is a calico elephant trunk snake.
Oh, I saw that on Instagram.
My understanding is that there's only like a handful of them that exist even in the world that we're aware of.
I've never seen one in person. I don't know if I've ever seen an elephant trunk snake in person at all, but to see a calico one, especially those really cool animals like that, you don't really get to see a lot of morphs in them, so it's going to be really interesting to see.
Yeah,
so you've heard this, or you saw it with your own two little eyes?
So I heard it from a fairly, I was about to say credible source, and then the next words come out of my mouth are going to be Garrett Hartle. So that's who I heard it from, but I didn't even hear it directly from Garrett. I heard it from, I want to say it was Adam. Oh my gosh, not you, Adam, a different Adam, but and said that he pointed them towards the back, and whether it was left or right, I'm not sure. But I really want to find it for this video. We got to see leopard geckos. We got to see blue tree monitor, kind of.
Kind of.
That might become extinct in captivity if things happen the way they do here in the U.S. Man, I wish it wasn't as crowded because it'd be easier to figure out where this elephant trunk. I feel like this guy with the beard has a pretty good idea of where the elephant trunk snake might be.
He does. He looks like an elephant trunk snake.
Doesn't he look like he knows
guy.
things?
Doesn't he?
I'm gonna ask him. Excuse me, bro. Do you happen to know where that calico elephant trunk snake is back here?
I'm sorry?
The calico elephant trunk snake is like back here somewhere.
I have no clue.
No idea? Okay, thanks.
It feels like it's made up. Someone made this up to you. This is not a real thing.
I was wrong. That guy didn't know anything.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't point the camera at his face, so he didn't have to know that it was him that didn't know anything, or that didn't know what we needed to know. We don't know either.
It's actually a pied ball python.
It's actually a pied ball python, you say?
They just put it in water.
You know what would be smart? And we've never done this on whether it's me doing this video by myself, whether it's Dave and I, now whether it's me and you. We've never actually figured out that it would be smart to know where the things that you want to film are before you start recording an uncut video.
I feel like that's a really important thing to do, but then also I don't script videos and have no idea where they go from the time I start them. So I feel like this is a really good way. This is very authentic of how I make videos also.
Good. I'm glad you're comfortable because that's
Plus,
important.
meandering around, walking into the backs of people is kind of fun.
Gosh. There's a Gila monster.
That's pretty cool.
Or is that a bearded lizard? Maybe it's a bearded lizard.
It's not an elephant trunk snake, but it's pretty cool. And then there's a Bell's face lace monitor on the back there too.
Do you happen to know where that calico elephant trunk snake is? Do you happen the calico elephant trunk snake? Dang it. It's back here somewhere, supposedly. Dang it, I asked the wrong guy again. Do you know where the calico elephant trunk snake is? The calico elephant trunk snake? Dang it.
This is seeming more and more made up the further we go into this expo. Ryan, if you drove me all the way down to the other end of the expo through all these people to find an animal that doesn't exist, it's just going to make a good video, I guess. I don't know.
Well, let me answer your question. So
Sure.
if I could have any snake ability,
Yep.
man, that is a good question.
It's a great question.
I'm running through some of them in my brain and whether or not they'd actually be good. Is like because they don't, without having to make burn calories for body heat, like they're very resilient as far as not having to eat for a long time. But I actually really like to eat,
Right.
so I don't think that would be a good one. Really, just because I wouldn't have to, I'd still want to, and that would be a problem as a snake.
Yeah, you'd get like real obese. That would not be good. You wouldn't be able to slither around anymore.
I get obese as a human sometimes. So, I mean, the smelling thing is cool. Definitely cool, being able to smell. Oh, you know what? I just think it's stupid. It's stupid, but it is true. The ability to beat anybody at a staring contest.
That would be pretty cool. Except for other people who chose that exact same trait for snakes to have as a human.
Oh, you mean everybody else gets to pick it too?
Yeah, everyone else gets to pick too.
This game
Except for
sucks.
Dave.
That's fine. Then as long as I can beat Dave at the staring contest. Here, I'm going to do something that I rarely do. I'm going to take your input on this.
Sure.
I'm going to stop the video so that we can
Find it?
So we can find it and then film it and not make these people wade through the crowd with us for the rest of the way.
This is mostly uncut. You're gonna have to change the whole like. What's that called where you do the cutting at the very beginning? Stop motion? You have to change the stop motion so it says mostly uncut. Kusko, mostly uncut.
Well, that's the whole hilarious thing about it is I say this video is uncut and then I literally put a cut right after
Yep.
every single time. All right, but we're doing it. Bye.
Back there, you guys are heading the wrong direction.
Are you messing with me?
You guys, Brian, that's offensive. Of course I'm not messing with you. It's you're as far away from it as you possibly could be. You've got to be that way.
I don't trust him at all.
I've never seen a calico elephant.
Guy.
I would love to see it.
Thanks,
Let me
Bob.
know where it is.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay, there it is.
Wow.
Look at that thing, dude. What on earth? Wow, bro.
Damn.
So, Adam,
Yes, sir.
you've never seen one of these before?
I've never seen an elephant trunk snake before. I've definitely never seen a calico elephant trunk snake before. That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
I wanted to focus on it. That would be nice. Please? Please focus?
And then have Mike call me on the sound.
Maybe just the water's murky. Not.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I would love to like pick this snake up and touch it because touching one of these snakes, dude, is like it's so different than any other snake.
What do they feel like?
They feel like a file.
A file.
Yeah, like a metal file, like a rough, like you know the rough side of the.
So you could rub it on the back of your heels.
And
That type of thing?
Yeah, and like do a little pedicure.
Okay.
Totally. And they're so floppy. They're meant to be in the water, so they don't really have much musculature to like do air acrobatics like a lot of snakes do.
So are they like a wet hognose snake?
Wet, floppy.
Hognose snake?
Wet, floppy. And when I say like not the hognose snake is, yes, keeled scales and pretty roughish. Nothing compared to the roughness of this snake.
And they're floppy.
What are the chances that we can touch the snake? Okay. Can you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know, here, look, I got better. Watch this. Check this out. Bam!
Wow. So fancy, Brian.
Wasn't that fancy? I thought that was super fancy. We just got permission to take the calico snake out. That is awesome, dude.
Other way.
Thank you. He said, he literally said, you know what you're doing.
Yep. And then turned around.
Wow. Cody, would you mind holding this microphone? This is the microphone. One of my best friends in the world right here.
That's a crazy looking snake, dude.
Okay, right to the mouth. Right to the mouth. No, my mouth. You see?
Yeah, we're interviewing the snake. Look at that tongue flick, too. That is what
Yes.
the-
Do you see that?
That is insane.
You guys need to see this tongue flick. This is one of the coolest things about an elephant trunk snake. It's this amazing. Look at this tongue that comes out. It's like it's almost like there's no like what am I saying? I'm trying to get him to flick his tongue out. It's like there's no shaft to the tongue and it's all fork. Look
Dude,
at that. Did you see
is
that?
insane.
Bro, can we get one more tongue flick out to you, Mr. Elephant Trunk Snake, please? Just one more tongue flick. It's so incredible, dude. That tongue, look at that,
And it's
dude.
so slow,
It's
too.
so slow. Look at that. Oh my gosh,
It doesn't
dude.
even, that looks like an alien.
It's so weird. And to be a calico one, I've never seen one that looks anything like this. Dude. Oh my gosh, look at that, bro.
What?
It's so strange. Look at this face. Look at how close the eyes are to the front of the mouth. Like, it almost looks like those eyes are in a place where on a lot of snakes it could be their nostrils almost. Like if you're talking about a python. But since
the derpiest looking snake I've ever seen in my life.
it's so interesting looking and so interesting feeling, and that tongue just really just like seals the deal with the amazingness of this snake. One more tongue flick in front of the black shirt would be phenomenal. Then I want to let Adam
There
have
you
a
go.
turn feeling what this feels like.
So if you had this snake, Brian, what would you name him?
Floppy. Here, you hold. Here, you hold the snake, and you tell me what.
Sure.
I got the microphones.
I'm just putting the camera there too, and also my beautiful drawing that someone made me.
I got the mics. Don't worry about it. I got it.
What? That doesn't feel like a real animal.
It doesn't, right?
It feels like, and it kind of feels like, imagine your mother, like your grandmother's skin, like it's like loosey goosey, but then there's a file attached to it. Like that is the craziest feeling thing, and it's also like hefty. It kind of feels like a bag of potatoes in tube form. Like if you put like a bunch of potatoes in a sausage casing, and then you put a file on it. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, I concur.
Right? That's a crazy looking
so
animal.
Cool, bro.
Look at
So
that
different.
tongue, dude.
Is this like a little piece of shed right here, or is that part of the snake?
It looks like it's part of the. Oh, it might be a piece of shed. Wow, what a beautiful animal.
Yeah, so different. So
And they
different.
feel like it feels just kind of like he's along for the ride, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. Like it does no. I mean, like you saw how the head was kind of flopping down there.
Yeah.
They really spend all of their time in the water.
So when they hunt, do they just they're like a wait and prey type animal, I assume, right?
They might go after a fish a little bit, but I would think, I would think that I don't know the correct answer to that, but I would think that they're not doing a whole lot of like chasing things
So
down.
I have some information about this that you might not know. The reason they're called elephant trunk snakes is because in the wild, elephants actually have trunks, and then the trunks fall off, right? You know how like the antlers of deer fall off? So the trunks fall off to grow bigger trunks, and then they put them in the water, obviously, and then they turn into a sentient being called an elephant trunk snake, and that's how they evolve.
You know how I can tell? Well, you know, tell me you watch Dave Kaufman's videos without telling me that you watch Dave Kaufman's videos.
I've never watched one Dave Kaufman video. I don't know what you're talking about.
Another stand down that way.
So cool. All right, well, hey, listen, guys, I'm super glad that Adam's here in California with us to experience the video and this elephant trunk snake, and just like, man, we wish you were here to experience it with us, and that's why we made this video in the first place, so you could experience it even though you're not here. So thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you later.
And aloha.
Aloha.
Wow, what a cool looking snake. Now I'm gonna flip my camera around.